Let's talk about how to get some Z's that really count. I'm sharing 5 tips to help you get a more restful night's sleep tonight, even if you're over 50. Hello and welcome to today's video. I'm so glad that you've joined me. My name is Kay. I am a wife, very happy wife. I'm a mom of grown kids. I live in Ohio and I love it there. I blog at dressformyday.com and mostly I reach out to women 50 and above simply to inspire us and to equip us to get dressed for our day. So we talk a lot of fashion here and a lot of beauty, but I think it's so important to talk about the other elements of life that have a big part in putting our best foot forward. And that's what I'm all about, really, is getting older with grace, but also continuing to put our best foot forward. Today's video is sponsored by Smile Brilliant, and I cannot wait to tell you more about them, but you're gonna have to hang with me. But first of all, let's get going on those 5 tips that are gonna help us sleep better. And before we do that, let me just share with you why we need to do that. You know, as we get older, I know that some of us, our sleep patterns change. Maybe we are retired, so we're not working the same work day we were before. Maybe we have some digestive issues. Just so many things can wreak havoc with our night's sleep. So I think it's important, though, that we continue to sleep well. Our bodies need to restore and replenish. Our cells replenish and regrow during the night. Our minds need time to shut off and to regroup so that we can age well in our minds. Our immunity system depends on a good night's sleep. There are so many factors at play. So let's talk about how we could do a little better about getting ready for a good night's sleep. The first thing that I think is so important is really just having that good wind down experience with some nighttime rituals. And no matter what I do during the evening, whether I go out with friends or I sit at home with my husband and play Scrabble or watch a little television, regardless of what I've done during the evening, my nighttime ritual always begins the same way. And that is I go into the kitchen, I take a few vitamins and supplements, and then I make our pot of coffee for the next morning. And there's nothing magical about that, except I don't think I remember to do it very well when I first wake up in the morning without my coffee. So it's just best for me to do it at night. But it's not only best for me to do it at night because I'm thinking better, but it really kind of triggers my mind into knowing that this is the time when I start to wind down. I also maybe wipe down the counters a little bit and just put away a few things in the kitchen. That just kind of, once again, just helps me to start slowing down and getting in the right frame of mind. I also choose at this time to put away my electronics. I do my nightly skincare. I'll link to another video here where I've shared that before. And then I get something to read at night. I try to put away my phone because when I read on my phone, those alerts come up and I just go down that rabbit hole of checking emails and text and everything. So really, I do better if I find a good book to read when I'm going to bed. My second tip for getting a great restful night's sleep is to wear some good, comfortable sleepwear. And I like the sleepwear at Soma because it is equipped to help us to be cool at night. And as we get older, sometimes we have, I don't know, those night sweats or hot flashes or whatever you want to call it. But I really think it's important to find some sleepwear that you can stay cool and comfortable in. I'll have some links to some great sleepwear below, but just choosing the right sleepwear. And I think it's also important, for me at least, to wear something that's not just comfortable, but that also looks nice and feels presentable, that makes me feel special and makes me feel feminine and like a beautiful woman. Now, my third tip has to do with a little crisis that I encountered when I was at my dentist the last time. He asked me do I perhaps grind my teeth at night? And I said, I really don't know, but I don't know, I guess he saw some signs of that. And so that made me start thinking about it. And not too long after that, though, Smile Brilliant contacted me about trying their teeth whitening system. And as we talked back and forth about the teeth whitening system, and I mentioned that I also perhaps grind my teeth at night, they told me that many people had been using their teeth whitening system and then using the trays that you receive with that system as a night guard. So they developed a whole night guard system. So I have been trying Smile Brilliant's night guard at night, and I have loved it because it really has made a difference. When I wake up in the morning, I don't have that clenched feeling, and I really think I'm probably saving the enamel on my teeth also, so I think that is so important. Smile Brilliant has a wonderful teeth whitening system. I'm right now in the middle of going through that system. I think I've had 4 applications, and they do suggest more than that, so I'm working on doing that every other day, or actually in the evening is when they suggest that you use the whitening system. It's so easy to make your trays for this system. Instead of paying the huge prices at the dentist, you can actually make your mold at home, and I'm showing you here how I do that. They send you the instructions. You do need your phone or some kind of timing device because it is time sensitive, the process is. But I have to tell you, I kind of put off making the mold because it scared me, but honestly it just wasn't that hard. It's very doable. You make the molds, you send them back to them, and then they send you your trays that you use for teeth whitening or that you can use for a mouth guard at night if you grind your teeth. And that can make such a difference in getting a good night's sleep. So if you have a problem with teeth grinding at night, and they say that over 30% of adults do in fact grind our teeth at night as we sleep, and it's a condition that's often hereditary actually. So perhaps if you do, then maybe your children or your parents also did or do. So that's just something to consider. But also, if you would love to try Smile Brilliant's teeth whitening system, I can highly recommend it. They also include, if you need it, some sensitivity gel that helps to desensitize your gums and your teeth to the process. And some sensitivity is actually very normal. I've had my teeth whitened before professionally, and I can tell you I'm getting the same kinds of results now that I did from the dentist at a much more reasonable price. But in the last few years, they've taken this model and expanded their line of oral health products to include something really for everyone in your family, from the newest in the Carry Pro line, which is a cordless water flosser that allows for easy and effective cleaning, to dental probiotics that rebalance our microbiome and that helps fight plaque and decay, as well as promote healthy sinuses and immunity. And then they also have plaque highlighters and custom teeth whitening, of course. So I think you're really gonna love just checking out the Smile Brilliant website. Smile Brilliant has actually offered my viewers 2 different codes. The first one will give you 20% off of your purchase at Smile Brilliant. And you can see that here, but I'm also going to offer it to you down in the description box below, so don't worry about that. And there's a link there too. But they're also giving a code to the first 50 people who click through and use it, the opportunity to get a free mouth guard system with a purchase of a teeth whitening system. So that's a super deal there. They also have a giveaway below too. So if you'll go to the link in the giveaway, there you can enter to win a free teeth whitening or mouth guard system, either of your choice. So there you go. And that giveaway is available just for 2 weeks though from today. So go ahead and make sure you take advantage of that. But using that night guard at night is so easy. I just use one of the guards. I don't have to use the upper and the lower. I just use the upper one. It just is so easy to slip in at night, and it really is helping me to get a more healthy and restful night of sleep. My 4th tip for a good restful night's sleep is to use a silk pillowcase. You know, one of my problems at night when I'm sleeping is that I get hot. My head gets hot. My face gets hot. And I've noticed though that a silk pillowcase, because it is made from natural fibers and it's very breathable, it really keeps my head cool. And so I think that is so important. And so I love using a silk pillowcase. It also keeps my hair nicer and prettier. And they say it's really great if you have hair loss. That also can help prevent some of that. So I have found using a silk pillowcase to be really helpful. I'll have a link below to a couple of options for you. And my number 5 tip is, I think it is so important to get into a well-made bed at night. And so I've done a few things to make sure that our bed is good and comfortable. We actually use a mattress pad, a thick pad that we bought. I don't think it really matters where you get them. I just think a good mattress pad is so helpful. And I have some sheets that I can recommend from Amazon. They're just the best sheets at a great price, but they keep you so cool and they're just nice and soft. So I'll have a link to those below too. But I think making my bed in the morning helps me because I can get into a well-made bed at night, and it really makes all the difference in the world. Well, thank you so much for joining me for today's video. I hope those 5 tips, maybe they're not even that brand new things to you, but I think that they can be so helpful. And especially if you're grinding your teeth, I really can highly recommend Smile Brilliance Mouth Guard. It's made a world of difference for me. Thank you so much for watching today's video. All the links that you're going to need are below. I hope you have a great day.